Hi guys, and welcome to the Batch Lady, where I show you how to make fast, simple homemade meals you can make in advance, put in your freezer and use whenever you want so that you can be yourself's future friend. Okay, today is going to be pancake day any day soon, and I thought I would just show you a really simple American pancake recipe. Now, I have one of these out on YouTube, but it uses a big bag from Costco, and I'm conscious that lots of us can't always get out to buy pancake mix, so it's really easy made from scratch as well. So I'm just going to do a really quick video on how you can make pancakes from scratch. Now, as you'll notice over here, can you see this? My new book has just arrived. So the Batch Lady Healthy Family Favorites, okay? Lots of healthy recipes in this book that are all batchable, all freezable, so you can get really organized and ahead of the game and be healthy at the same time, okay? So do check that out. Right, American pancakes. This is so easy. Ingredients: self-raising flour, some sugar, some baking powder, 2 eggs, and some milk and some butter for the pan. So we're using 1.5 cups of flour, which is also 260 grams, a teaspoon of sugar, a teaspoon of baking powder, and then the 2 eggs and a cup of milk, which is 260 mils, okay? So what you want to do is leave your milk till last, okay? So let's start with the flour. I've got a new bag here, which usually always goes everywhere, and I'm using 1.5 cups. Now, you can weigh this out, so if you need weighing scales, then obviously you weigh it out, but if you've got these cups, they're just so much quicker. You know, it takes 2 minutes and you've already sort of got all your ingredients. I use them for pure speed, okay? It makes your batching so much easier. And these pancakes can be made in advance and frozen, and I'm going to show you how to package them up for freezing, because that's the important bit as well, okay? So it's just 1 tablespoon of sugar. Oh, maybe it was a teaspoon. It's a teaspoon of sugar. Oh well, mine are going to be sweet. Only put a teaspoon of sugar in. Teaspoon of baking powder. And this recipe's on my website. It's not in the books. It's on my website, so you'll be able to get it there. And then you're putting your 2 eggs in. Grab your whisk and just start mixing, okay? Just give it a little mix around. Go slowly at first because all the dry flour is in there and it's going to want to come out. Now, you want to add your milk a sort of little at a time. So I'm going to do 1/2 cup and then another 1/2 cup, okay? You don't want to add it all at once. So I'm going to add my other half in as well. You can add a little bit at a time, or you can just add half and then half. And then basically just keep mixing until you get rid of all the lumps. Let's go. Okay, and that is it. Look, it takes 2 minutes actually. You don't really need an electric whisk. Just use one of these, get a bit of arm muscle going, and then you'll find that nearly all the lumps come out. Okay? Just going to move my whisk to the side. Now, what you want to do is just get your frying pan and get it on the heat. And then you can use a little lump of butter if you want. Now, I have this butter spray that comes from America, so you probably won't have this, so instead just use a lump of butter. This is just easy stuff, but like I say, I don't think you can get it in the UK. If you are watching this and you're in the States, then I'm using pan butter, so I think you can get it in the States easy enough. So as soon as the butter is melted and your pan is getting a bit hot, you want to start putting your pancakes in. Now, what you want to make sure you do is don't overcrowd the pan. If you overcrowd it, it'll all come together, okay? You don't want to do that. You want to use an ice cream scoop and just take about just less than the top, okay? So about 3/4 of an ice cream scoop and scoop it into the pan. You should fit 3 in, okay? Let's go and give it a go. Now guys, just use your time wisely. So when you've got them in the pan, head over and clean up anything that you don't need. Put your ingredients away. Get your flipper ready, okay? You'll start to see that they start to get holes and the holes start to burst. That's when you know you want to flip them. So you just want to very carefully flip them over. And they should be this nice light brown colour. I would actually have grabbed them a bit before that, so these are a bit slightly overdone. Give them a little pat down. and they're just going to take another, they only take a couple of minutes on each side, okay? We'll keep going with these, and if you do 3, get them out and put them in on a cooling rack or on a tray if you've got one, and then just keep going, and we'll keep doing the full amount, and we'll come back and I'll show you how to package them up at the end. Okay, so once you've got your final ones done, so you've just been working through in a batch, okay, you've been waiting on the bubbles at the top to start to pop, and you're flipping it over, then you can just lay them out on this cooling rack and make sure they're completely cool. If you find that yours are getting a bit thick and you don't want them quite as thick, just add a bit more milk, okay? So if you add more milk, as I've done for these ones, let me just show you, very hot, then they just come out slightly thinner, okay? So if you want thinner ones, then add a little bit more milk. When I say a little bit more, I mean a quick splash, okay? Keep your butter or your spray beside you, and you might have to add a bit more butter. If you've got a non-stick pan, you generally won't have to. But get your pan out the way, and then I'm going to show you what you want to do. You want to grab yourself a bag and label it. Mine says American Pancakes. And then you want to get some greaseproof paper. I always keep some cut up in this little bag, and you want it cut into squares. Now you want to make sure that these are completely cool before you package them up for the freezer. So leave them for a good 10-15 minutes to make sure they're cool. But I'm just going to show you just now, just in case, you're just putting a layer of paper and a pancake, layer of paper and a pancake. That way when you take them out of the freezer for the day that you want them, you can just grab the ones you want and they're not all stuck together. They can go in the bag like that and be frozen flat, okay? That's how easy it is to do. When, I'm just gonna lay these back out to cool, when it comes to heating them back up again, you can just take them out of the freezer. They defrost really, really quickly. You can even just whack them in the toaster if you want to, or you can microwave them to warm them up, or you can cover them in some foil and put them in the oven for like 3 minutes, just till they're hot again and they're good to go. Or you can even just eat them cold, okay? I hope you've enjoyed my American pancakes. I hope you have a lovely pancake day.